Welcome back, and welcome back to an absolutely glorious day in the Lake District. We're in the middle of a heat wave. It's September. We've had a shit summer. We haven't been out much, but hopefully that's going to change. Today, obviously, I'm out with Tony.
Hi guys.
And our plan is for a wild camp up there, Still Fell. But we're not going straight up to Still Fell. We're going to make it an adventure. We're going to head this way to Rough Crag and Calf Crag. Calf Crag's another Wainwright, before doubling back on ourselves for the wild camp up on Still Fell. So I hope you'll stick around, see how we get on. So come on, let's do it. This is certainly a gorgeous little valley going up to Greenburn Edge, I think it's called. It is stunning round here, look at this. We've just got the colours, the autumn colours coming through now, changing. But yeah, so far it's beautiful. Yeah, so we head up that way towards Rough Crag and Calf Crag, and then we'll just scooting round to our camp spot over there, isn't it? Right out there. So just up to our left hand side here, that's Home Crag. Did a camp up there with Tony a couple of years ago now. Yeah. Storm Alex, that's what it was, Storm Alex. It's just come to me then. That was a good camp. A brutal wind, but yeah, it was good. Not quite like the conditions we've got today. Absolutely boiling hot. What are you thinking, Tony?
I'm thinking I am melting. This has got to be the path to Mount Doom. It's that hot.
It's a stunning valley, this. Never walked up here before. I'm impressed. If you like photography, it's definitely a valley to visit this. We'll certainly be coming back. Some nice waterfalls and some beautiful vistas. What about that? It's called Greenburn Bottom, that. It just looks like a huge amphitheater. It's what I imagine the Lost Valley at Glencoe looks like. Obviously mountains will be a bit bigger. A place I've yet to visit. But yeah, it's a beautiful spot, that. What a stunning location. And not a soul about. Well, as you can see, we've reached the head of the valley. Can only mean one thing. This is where the real climbing starts. Getting them patches of sun down there. Stunning. What a beautiful place. And over there's where we plan camping tonight. That's Rough Crag. That's not a Wainwright. and then just a bit further on than that we've got Calf Crag, which is the Wainwright, and then we'll be skirting across onto that ridge and then making our way across that ridge, and that's where we intend on camping, up there on the summit of Steel Fell. Been a lovely walk up through the valley, but this is where the hard work pays off now. This is steep. So we're now on the Helm Crag Ridge. You can just see right in the distance, in the mist, that's the Lion and the Lamb. You've got Gibson Knot, and then we'll be heading that way to Rough Crag, then coming back across to the main path to follow the ridge around. Well, this is the summit of Rough Crag. That's the ridge down to Helm Crag. We're just going to head over this way to Calf Crag and then follow that ridge across and onto Steel Fell. Very moody up here now. I have done this ridge before, never videoed it. It was before my YouTube days. I was heading for High Raise, I think it was. Missed the top because it was so clagged in. And then that day we just skirted back down past Coaldale Tarn, Easdale Tarn. Not a breath of wind though. So just in the cloud is Calf Crag. And we need to tick that one off because that one's a Wainwright. So we've just freestyled it across there so we can get back onto the main path. There isn't really many footpaths going over towards Rough Crag over there, but we're going to be joining the main path here again now along this ridge, so it should make for easier walking. And just over this side, that's Tarn Crag at Easdale. I went over the top of Tarn Crag and then dropped down when I did my wild camp at Coaldale Tarn. That's a fur pull up there with a big bag on too. But I guess they all are, aren't they? Banging. There's some seriously beautiful light on the fells now as the sun's getting a bit lower. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. We're approaching the summit of Calf Crag. A little bit of rain, but it just cools you off a bit. Oh man, what a place, what a place. No complaints today. That's the summit of Calf Crag. That's 537 metres above sea level. Woo! So we're leaving Calf Crag behind now, and we're sort of doubling back around the head of the valley now, and that's the way we're heading to the top of Steel Fell, past the tarns, and hopefully find somewhere to pitch the tent. Slightly moist that. There's the summit where we're camping tonight, This is what we walked up earlier, over Rough Crag, Rough Crag, and then back round. The clouds lifted a bit now, you can see over towards the Helvellyn range, Nethermost Pike, Dollywagon Pike. Cloud seems to be burning off a bit at the moment. Hopefully we'll have a nice clear sky and we can get some Astro tonight. There you go, it's the first view of Thirlmere. That's looking out towards the northern lakes, Lancashire, Skiddaw, and the big boys up in the north. And these two chaps here are wondering what we're doing. That's it. That's the summit of Steel Fell, also known as Dead Pike. It's 553 metres above sea level, and that is 4.6 mile loop to get here. Got the sun, it's just setting over here, and we have got some absolutely stunning views. There's Thirlmere, looking out towards Helvellyn, Seat Sandal, Elm Crag, and then back down into Grasmere. It's time to find a place to pitch the tent, get a brew on. I think we've earned it. As you can see, I'm in the Lanshan and I'm in the quilt again tonight. To be fair, I didn't think I'd be using the Lanshan again this year. I thought we'd be back to the more of a winter setup, to be fair, the way the weather's been going. But with this heat wave that we've had over this last week, it was just easy to bring the Lanshan. Too warm for the other tents and the big sleeping bag. But this, it's quite warm anyway, like, you know what I mean, so it does me well. So yeah, time for a brew now, and then get out of these clothes and then settle down for the night. Bit of a Chris Homer pour there. If you haven't checked his channel out, head over to Chris Homer's channel if you like to see some nice cinematic camping and coffee in the woods. Cheers. Oh man, I have been waiting for that for a while. There wasn't much sunset, so there weren't many sunset pictures. We got a couple walking up though, some nice ones coming up. But hopefully we might get some stars tonight. Might even get a cloud inversion tomorrow. I promised Tony that.
I want some Milky Way core as well.
You want some Milky Way core apparently. It's out. It's out and about. So yeah, stick around. Well, we've got ourselves sorted now. Got into the dry gear. Got the Uco on with a citronella candle going. Hopefully that'll keep the midges away. Looking a bit moody over there. We've run a time lapse for the sunset, but I'm not 100% sure we'll get anything there, but we'll see. If it's any good, I'll show you. But for now, I think I'm going to get some tea and then have a beer, I think, and chill out. I was quite surprised Oh, we were both quite surprised on how quick it's actually gone dark, because it's just dropped off. It's nothing. So yeah, winter's approaching slowly. You can feel it in the air. So for tonight's tea, I'm on. Don't you see that or not? Chicken curry and rice. My daughter got me that for Father's Day. So tonight's the night. Let's see how good it is. Thanks very much, love. I'll tell you what, that looks pretty good, that. I think it's a decathlon one, this. Could this be the way forward? We've got a good stir. Didn't have one of the dehydrated patches inside it either. So, that needs 10 minutes now. Let's see if they're better than the go outdoors one, eh? There you go. It's had its 10 minutes. And it actually looks more like a curry than the adventure food ones, I'll be honest with you. It does actually. It looks quite nice. Look at that. That actually looks. Can you see that? Now that's a curry. I'm liking that. This is my favourite one so far. Big lumps of chicken. Nice sauce. Looks like curry. Tastes like curry. That's my tea done. Now I'll wash it down with a nice Stevie. They're not very cold. Wowzers. Like a rocket ship. Cheers everybody. That is nice. After a nice long walk in the fells, what more can you ask for? Curry and a beer. And a bit of grass. Not that time. Well, there's a lot of stars about now. The mist and clouds have cleared off and there is a sky full of stars. Excellent. And I guess nearly every fell, Helvellyn, Seat Sandal, maybe Nabscar, it's hard to tell from here, and then a few over that way, like maybe Tarn Crag and things, there are lights on them all. There's a lot of people out in the Lake District tonight camping. Fair play to them all. If you're one of them, what's the date today, Tony?
Today's date is
9th. It's the 9th of September today, so if you was out on one of these fells and you saw lights on Steel Fell, that was me and Tony. So drop a note in the comments below and let us know how your camp went on.
Like, comment and subscribe.
You heard it from the noble. I only wish I could video what we can see right now. The Milky Way is going straight across the top of the tents. It's unbelievable to see. We're trying to get some pictures so we can show you lot, but obviously it's difficult to capture it. At the moment there's some big flashes going off in that direction and then over in that direction as well. It looks like lightning. We thought at first somebody was like using a camera with a flash, but we've seen more this way now. It's definitely lightning. Let's just hope it doesn't head in this direction. Luckily we dropped off the summit and there's a big metal pole on the summit, so that should take the brunt of it. So we're going to have a break now. We've taken quite a few pictures. We'll have a break now and get a beer and then see if there's any more action up in the sky. Well Tony, I think it's beer number 2.
Well, I've only brought the one, mate. now all
Ah,
toasty
well.
warm.
It'll still be nice.
Don't mess with Yorkshire. Northern Monk. Rhubarb and custard. Pale ale.
Yeah, well, you can keep it. Stella.
Lancashire lads.
Cheers, Tony.
Cheers, buddy. Top night, mate.
Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Always worth the effort. I'm not sure whether this is going to work or not. See if I can capture the flashes that we can see on the camera. Hopefully. I know it's black at the moment, but if one does happen you'll be able to see what we're seeing. There you go. You see it? Well, that's it, we're calling it a night. We've got a few nice pictures, got a time lapse running outside. Hopefully it might pick some of the lightning bolts up that we're getting way off in the distance, like, you know what I mean. It's a clear sky here at the moment. Let's hope they don't come this way, yeah. But for now, we're going to get our heads down and I'll see you all in the morning. Night everybody. Morning. Decent night. Morning. Decent night. Kit that. Tents are very, very wet. Very dewy. And the midges are out in force this morning. But we can't complain when you're waking up to lovely cloud inversions. Hope you can see them. Just in the background there. I don't think they'll last. They'll burn off very quickly then. Just got a time lapse now, see if we can get the sunset, so we'll see how that goes. But for now, it's coffee time. You know what I always say, can't operate without a coffee in the morning. There's the view looking the opposite way down the Lake District, over Thirlmere. There's a little bit of mist over the top of the water, but there's no cloud inversions that way. Not much light either. All the action's happening over here. Well, on this trip, we've carried the drone for a reason. There's a couple of the last trips that we've done, carried it all the way around, never used it. But today's the day. Managed to get it, fly it out over the top of Rough Crag, and then up to them cloud inversions. So if it's any good, I'll show you. But for now, it's the second coffee of the day and time for a bit of porridge. So we'll be having this and then we'll be getting out of here. So I'll bring you back in a bit. I've had my porridge, I've had my coffee. So time for brush. Well, I've done my little exercises. I get a real stiff back when I've been walking and camping, so in the morning I just do a couple of stretching exercises for my back. Just makes it feel a little bit better for the walk back out. As usual, leave no trace. Leave it better if you can. We've just found a couple of odd pieces of plastic around here, so we've picked them up and put them in our bag too. And for now, it's a short way down. Straight down and straight off the nose, so should be a bit of a gruel of that going down on the old knees. So we'll see you in a bit. Not saying it's steep or anything, but whoa. Jesus, that's a strong spring. This is where the adventure started yesterday. We headed off up that path, and this is where we're going to bring it to a close. We had a cracking night last night, brilliant camp. Stars, cloud inversions this morning, loved it. Hope you have too. Hope you've stuck it around this far and watched till the end. If you have, thanks very much. Also like to, big thanks to Tony.
Cheers guys, cheers buddy.
For his company last night. I'll pop a link to Tony's channel in the description below, so be sure to head over and watch Tony's video and give him a sub. So thanks again, we'll catch you next time.